Welcome, everybody, to the 2026 Club National Championships. My name is Darian Lovelace. I'm already up out of my seat because I know some big rugby's about to happen. Joined by Phaedra Knight. We are so thrilled you're here. We've got an exciting matchup.
Well, yesterday, Darian, take a look here at Life West with their first try of the match. That was Brianna Travis getting in. And then, Lauren Kenyon here being chased, the offload into the hands of Deandra Bummer, who puts it down for another 5 points. The Silo gave them a lot of resistance. They showed a ton of composure and teamwork, but it's these moments like here, actually corrected. That was Lauren Kenyon in for a try. They were able to sustain and pull through in the second half very well and show their team dynamic.
And at Tampa Krewe also has an exciting matchup. Talk us through the lineup for Life West.
Well, they've got obviously we can see Simmons, Aldama, and Fakavama in the front row. Gabel and Sheffield locking them up in the second row, and then Gabel, the other Gabel, Norlander, and Namasula, the captain, at 8. And then we've got the backs, not much change from yesterday. You've got Kenyon to Satini, to Bomar, but coming off from the scrum half, Marilanian, Ibarra Prado at number 16, Travis coming in, and Olakumi at fullback as she did yesterday.
And just chomping at the bit to talk about the Tampa Krewe. Yesterday, they showed incredible speed throughout it. The power was just absolutely incredible. We'll mention this name at the lineup. Gulat, she was impressive. So was number 12, Fistano, for Tampa Krewe. She's really going to be able to open up some space for them. Tampa Krewe just seemed fit. They seemed fast. They seem like they definitely trained in the heat, and they know how to build the phases, and they know how to get gritty and just find their way over the line. We'll talk you through the Tampa Krewe's lineup. Forwards there, some switches. The number 4, Gulat, played at flank yesterday and now is locked in, meaning Tampa Krewe is really going to look to open up some speedsters that got some rest yesterday against the Phoenixville White Horses. So look for them to open up some space for the Tampa Krewe backs. Number 15, Rahija. Yesterday, I couldn't stop mentioning her name. She's just an incredible example of rugby, and she's just having fun with it. Look for her to connect off of the creative footwork of Fasano. All to next level rugby. We got Lance Kavanaugh down there doing some great American rugby interviews.
We are down on the field. I'm here with Life West coach, Coach Marsh. The ladies played a phenomenal game, taking it away at the very end. They've done what's necessary to get to this national championship game. But how's it feel to be here, represent Life West with this group of ladies?
It feels amazing. Yesterday was a good test, but we know Tampa Bay ain't going to be really good. So good day for it. Awesome facility here in Chicago, and we're looking forward to hopefully getting our hands on the trophy at the end of this.
Coach, I don't want to hold you up anymore. Everybody's getting on the field. It's time to fight for the D2 Women's National Championship. Tampa Krewe versus this Life West side. This is going to be one of those. Back up top to you all.
And you can just feel the excitement as we see Life West set to kick off here against the Tampa Krewe. And head coach of Life West couldn't have said it better. We're all excited to see this match get underway and see who walks away with some hardware. It's been a tough 2 days for these two sides, and this is the moment. This is what they need. Phaedra, what are we feeling right now? Championship Sunday.
I mean, a little bit of nerves, a lot of adrenaline, and I think just thirst and hunger for a national title. That's what we're feeling right now.
Yeah, we want to go home with something that we can eat off of or drink out of, that's for sure. The trophy, everything Club Championships is played for. Tampa Crew get the ball right at the 22. They're good under pressure, the Crew, as Life West gets set quickly in their defensive line. And using those powerful forwards, they choose to go back to this left-hand side, trying to find a way to get either out of the 22 or at least closer to the sideline. And they're going to continue to build those phases against Life West. Defense really shutting down a lot of those options. This is good connected defense from Life West, Phaedra.
Yeah, and then yesterday they came out a little bit overzealous, committed a ton of penalties, offsides in the beginning minutes of the match. So this is showing some improvement from yesterday. This is how they want to start out, just a bit more discipline.
On Phaedra, right as you mentioned it, Life West do get caught for a breakdown infraction there, a not releasing of the tackler. And so now Rahija will kick to clear, but discipline definitely becomes a factor whenever it comes to championships. Those little penalties start to add up. We'll take another look.
Yeah, and absolutely. You see player gets over the ball, but didn't show a clear release as she tackled or after she tackled the player. And so you have to create that separation after the tackle, and then you can pursue.
Rugby's definitely all a game about space here, especially at the breakdown. Referees are looking for a clear picture. And so that'll definitely be under scrutiny here. Tampa Crew get their line out, and now there's space, but it doesn't connect well. Oh, and an intercept! We've got the turn of events, y'all! Down here, Janessa Ibarra Prado, right in between the sticks. And that is a way to start your D2 National Championship.
I mean, you could call it a cherry pick, but it really wasn't. She just went after an errant ball on the ground. What a bounce and what a heads-up play. She was waiting for that. And that's the patience in the defense. You see Life West has done a great job here of building their defense. They come up in a line. She shoots up, just sees that ball, and opens up. That is great anticipation and just a wonderful result for Life West. What a way to open up.
Yeah, hair a bit in the way there. The hairstyle's definitely making a statement again. Number 16, Ibarra Prado scored that try for Life West. And kick is right in between the sticks, so Gable will slot that one through for two of her own. And that's a well-converted team try for Life West, and not something that I think the Crew is used to. They put up quite the point differential yesterday against Phoenixville. Phaedra, this pressure defense.
Yeah, and they were working through the kinks yesterday. We saw it. They had a lot of penalties, and maybe that was quite intentional. Maybe they were looking to try to play this type of game today and wanted to peak at this moment. But that was tremendous defensive attack pressure. Tremendous pressure.
Both teams definitely going to be looking to put the pressure on here. Life West is doing well to get out of their end. They make it to the 50 after receiving the kickoff well. A good leg drive from Norlander. Looking to break into this 50 yet again, but I mentioned the name earlier. That's Goulat. She swarms over the top, but gets an advantage. It looks like that one might have been a bit high here. So now the Crew under pressure. Life West now working it through the hands. This is good footwork.
Advantage for the high tackle.
And they're still playing the advantage for the high tackle. There has to be a clear advantage, meaning that the team has to be able to progress past a certain point, past the 10 meters, and now referee Tampa Crew contained them well on the defensive end, but we're going to come back for that penalty after Life West didn't gain the advantage. And they elect to go quickly. It goes back behind, though. They're rushing through the phases here. And Crew a little bit slow to bring her down. They just hold on. And it's powerful phases now building for Life West women. Oh, and a smashing tackle yet again by Goulat. She's going to be looking for all the mess. And it's lucky there nearly might have gotten called for an intentional knock. They missed the ball. It's going over the tops of the fingers for Life West. They had some space. They weren't able to get past it, so now they've got to build. Forwards come in. Driving tackle, though. They get them back a few meters.
Step. Back up.
And Tampa Crew might be starting to lose some steam here. They're going to need to use a launch. I'm trying to go for that breakdown. They're unsuccessful. This is quick support. A nice little step off the right foot and an offload from behind. Oh, Life West, do it again.
Oh, yes, they do. What patience on attack. Just building the phases and marching this Tampa Crew backwards. That was a great connection from the number 4 Sheffield into the hands of the back. Take another look here. Look at this. Great, tremendous defense. You got 2 players out of play on the defense to open up this opportunity. Simple 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 here. But look at that. Beautiful execution. Holds the play. Wow. Sheffield moving like a back. And then there we go. 5 more points for Life West.
To a vowel.
15 seconds left.
Was really looking for some space there. So instrumental for Life West. We'll get set to see if Gable can hit another 2. It's a far right angle, so it doesn't go through. But Phaedra, you mentioned a good point. Rugby really is all about a game of numbers, creating those 2v1s, ensuring that you've got speed in your forwards and power in the backs. I mean, the numbers game really being a factor for these coaches, and you've got to hope those changes on day 2 in the rosters are going to work on championship day.
That's right. But you build that depth during your season, right? You get these players time. You allow them to play with each other, to build chemistry, to build that continuity. And then this is the opportunity to just showcase it. This is simply a showcase of all of your efforts. And so when you have that built-in mechanism, you come out playing with much more confidence. You have that sort of depth.
Yeah, and this truly is the best rugby in the country. I mean, the D2 and D1 club really are the players that, grew with the game and have fallen in love with it. And I mean, come and show out and build that consistency here. So you are 100% right. It's all about the practice and the build-up, but it's really about these moments that come together well for them on game day. Tampa Crew are short on that kickoff, and so then Life West get a center scrum. We get about 10 meters close to that sideline now. And Tampa Crew finally get a moment, and you see what it means to them. The claps and the crowd goes wild there on the sideline. That not releasing penalty. They've been reaching for that ball, and they finally get rewarded.
Yeah, and they had numbers, right? They had 3 or 4 players right there in that ruck. They maintained. They stayed low. They got great body position. And sometimes when you get more numbers, when you can outnumber in those ruck situations, it wins you those advantages. They drew the penalty.
First throw in for Tampa Crew. 9 minutes gone, and referee demanding that they get back the full 10 meters from the line out. The Crew put themselves under a bit of pressure by bringing it down. Gulat gets over and barely breaks the gain line here. Life West really trying to shut down the space, and the Crew try and slice through the defense here. But that backside came off of the defensive wall that is Life West defense right now. Using the offload game, though, it gets them some go forward now. This is looking more promising for them. A little bit of hesitation buys Life West some time. She's quickly taking a ground here.
25 offside.
Referee, though, spots
25.
it and see Phaedra, Life West right now getting a little bit too eager at the
25
defensive
offside.
line. You talked about the penalties earlier.
Yeah, and they did this yesterday. They were offsides quite frequently, particularly in the opening 20 minutes of the match. They've got to just back up a little. And I will say, Darian, I was always often guilty of that. And it wasn't sometimes it's optics, right? Sometimes you're not offsides legitimately. You're just bursting up, and when you're that one person missing, you're very obvious. So you just have to back up a little bit more and then pursue, so that by the time you hit the line, you're onside, but you're going full tilt. It gives you still a very good advantage on defense.
Yeah, I know for a fact that you were a player that always said there's no space for you.
Hey,
And I think that's what these players are trying to do. You know, they don't want to give any of Tampa Crew time to develop any phases or connect. You know, it's lethal whenever they do. So off of the line, they're trying to shut down that space, really cut off the options here and hope for an error. Tampa Crew already do. And with the leg drive, though, they are really powerful in the contact. They might have gotten caught a bit high, though. Life West turning over here. And that's some disappointment for Life West. It looks like, though, Life West just take their eyes off the ball for just a split second. There's a knock on at the base of the ruck. And now Tampa get a scrum right there on the left-hand side.
We'll check that side. Thank you.
yeah, she'll want that one back. Just like you said, no other way. She just took her eyes off, and that ball fell forward. Got to be present in every moment.
And it's so hard whenever your brain is still rattling off of yesterday and having to perform to get your chance here at the D2 championship. And then you add in the extra layer now of having players come out and play yet again for the ability to say that they are number one in the country. Might have gotten hands on the ball there, and it's ripped away by Life West. There's a bit of disconnect there over the ruck for the Crew, and Life West is making them pay for it. Trying to get their hands in there. Life West just bursting through, I think, over the ruck. A nice little step off of the left-hand side. It's a 1v1 on Rahija, and she saves it. Saves Tampa Crew from some serious trouble. Of course, they're going to give some love to that player in the back. Oh, she's so fun to watch on defense. She really, like you said, doesn't want anybody taking any space. We'll take a look, Phaedra.
Yeah, but this number 15 for Life West, Angie Olakunmi, she is dangerous, and she demonstrated it yesterday at the closing moments of the Scylla. And when she gets some space, she can be quite dangerous. But you can see, like you said, the defensive efforts by the Crew just saved that tackle and potentially a try.
No contest.
No contest up in the line from Life West. They choose to put them under pressure by flooding in through that line out. Tampa Crew get a bit confused there off of an accidental offsides. And unfortunately, that one instantly gets kicked off of the back of Rahija's own teammate. It's accidental offsides there, so referee gives Life West possession back, but it'll be a scrum at the 22. And Crew right now not being able to build more than about 3 phases.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this pressure again, this defensive pressure that Life West is putting on them, and they exhibited it yesterday, but it wasn't quite this fine-tuned. It's all falling together for them.
Crew give a good shove at scrum, but Life West now backs being patient here in the middle, waiting for something to open up. The handling is good. Find some space on the outside. Now it's just a 1v1. Lethal in space is Mariko Moore. And Crew throw in everything that they have. All hands on deck. But again, holding strong at the ruck. The support just barreling over the top of the players and buying some space. They're really doing a good job of stepping off of that outside foot. Ball, though, finds its way to deck a few times. Norlander's under pressure. It does lead to some isolation there. It looks like a crew member slow to get up after that. Hard hit.
Leave no back, leave hands.
They try and move it again through the backs, and the handling now not connecting. Gulad is there to go over the top. And an offsides call against Life West.
Attack is a penalty. Penalty. That last one was a knock-on.
Yeah,
People were offside.
I didn't quite catch that, but I think there was a little bit of confusion for West. They thought they were in a scrum situation.
He had mentioned something about a player, I think, who dove on it, was in the offsides position after the knock-on, and then they fell on it. I guess that's what the call is, and it stands. We saw that disconnect happen a little bit yesterday, right? Even after the game was called, Phoenixville played against the Tampa Crew and had this moment afterwards where there was debate over the rule. But once game is called, I mean, that's just part of it. That's the importance of ensuring that you're making all of the right decisions at the right time to get your team that advantage. And right now, Crew have another advantage against Life West. Now the penalty's starting to stack up for them, and the meters also. A 20-meter line break where she drags through with her.
Number 6, offside.
Referee, though, again calls Life West for an offsides, and I think that's their 5th one of the match already, 16
Number
minutes
6.
in.
Yeah, and this is dangerous. I mean, the Crew, once they get some running speed, they can be dangerous. What Life West has to be careful of, that something that they fell victim to yesterday, is they ended up with 2 players in the sin bin. They played short for 10 minutes, 13 players. And so you don't want to end up in this situation. Number one, it obviously puts you under pressure across the board, but it also then starts to tear away at your fitness. You've got to cover that much more space with 13 players. And, again, this is the final. Tampa Crew is here to play. And they will take advantage of those opportunities. So they have to be careful.
Yeah, and we might start to see some errors creep in, especially as you mentioned, the wear and tear on the body now. A lot of these players bruised and battered from yesterday. Now they come back, and then the expectation is to try and, preserve your body from contact and let the ball do the work. But the fatigue, I mean, it really messes with the mental game. Right there, we see an error at the line out, and they'll get reset for a scrum for Life West.
Good. Bye. Set.
Nice to see some fans there watching alongside. Looks like I see some purple, so Phoenixville might be here as well to support. Life West instantly almost get called for an offsides, but they work to get back on sides here. Referee says it's fine. Fasano is under a lot of pressure. Life West ensuring that she doesn't get any space. It's been really frustrating for her. She's gotten suffocated each time with the ball in contact. And Tampa Crew showing that they might be a bit slow to get back here, and Life West elect to stay out of the breakdown here and put everybody on deck for the defensive launch. They get a bit flat-footed, and it's just a quick takedown to the ground. Rahija tries to step off of the right foot, and these backs. I mean, Phaedra, right now, the double tackles, I think, are really cutting off that offload game for the Crew.
Yeah, and that's key. Something, again, that was very prevalent yesterday in their match against the Scylla. So they're learning from that. When you can cut off that opportunity to offload, it just allows you the opportunity to, number one, take it to ground. Doesn't eat away at your energy. It's a far more efficient way to play.
Yeah, and finding some efficiency in the back line, too, I think is Bomar. She almost picked that one right out of the attacking line for the Crew. We'll take a look.
Yeah, you see her shooting up here, and ball just fell down. She had both hands extended. Was in a good position to take it, but just didn't connect.
Bomar is wicked fast, and I almost feel like her knee, she was so excited to get it and was so hard off the launch, it might have just knocked the ball out of her own hands there. It looked clean and clear, so that's why referee says it was simply a knock on right. The intention was there, as you said, Phaedra, 2 hands on the ball. And Crew will get a scrum here. And the set piece really, I mean, we haven't seen either side really dominate over the other, Phaedra.
Nah, evenly matched here.
Yeah, again, the scrum really doesn't move much. So the backs are going to have to create their own depth here. They've got one more to move it out wide, but wait a little bit too late to pass. And Fasano gets a break here and relentlessly works to stay in bounds with 3 Life West players on top. And now they recycle on the defense. These double tackles flooding the attacking line of the Krewe, and they're getting flat here. So it's making it easier and easier for the defense to come up. They might have to look to the boot here or use a different tool. It's not really buying them a lot of meters. Rahija again gets tackled. We haven't really seen her much in open space here. And just the slow build for Tampa. Yesterday they looked so fast. And I mean, Phaedra, right now, Life West, their defense just suffocating. They're resetting quickly and instantly getting off the line.
Yeah, they're wasting no time on the ground, something they did yesterday. They're getting up, like you said, recycling, circling back out, building their defensive wall, and defending and coming up quite nicely.
Yeah, Krewe really just having to force themselves to get up off of the ground after some brutal hits here. And at Life West, I think right now, it's still only about 20 minutes gone here in the first half of this match. So we still have 60 minutes to watch these players battle it out. And so you've got to hope that the standard that they have right now of quickly getting off of the ground is going to be sustainable for them. And Krewe, I mean, building sustainable phases here. They're getting slowly down the line, but they're having to work for every meter here as Life West are seeing that it might be working here. A little bit of isolation. She's alone, but quickly the Krewe break to ball and get over that line. Really trying to, I think Krewe is trying to, I don't know if it's easier for them to kind of scrunch up, but they're trying to take it right into the guts of Life West. I don't know if it's working too well for them. There has to be a point where somebody's got to break. And Krewe, I think right now, Phaedra, just holding on. I mean, it's impressive the amount of phases that they've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to maintain possession for that long is pretty tremendous. Obviously avoiding knock-ons and whatnot. But what needs to happen on either side, I mean, Life is sometimes throwing in a player to try to poach, but looks like Krewe is just traveling in numbers. They've got numbers at those rucks, so it's just securing that ball.
That ball security really going to be important for them here, as each time they seem to get the ball, it's kind of a hit or miss if they break the gain line here. Again, having to work back, and you see some of the Krewe already doubled over here. Oh, Phaedra, and you almost just want the bounce of the ball to go ahead and do it for them. Either side right now, really having to work to get off of the ground. Now, Life West is getting a bit slower to get off the ground here after playing multiple layers of defense. That one, though, looks like a not rolling away penalty, and that's what hard work will get you. Tampa Krewe draw the penalty now, and they'll take their time deciding on what the next decision is. And that was some tough stuff by both teams.
Yeah, but guess what wins in the end? The patience game, right? Krewe showing that they were more patient. They had the numbers. They could travel there. And then you have Life West that just jumps the gun here off her feet when she pursues that ball. It looked like the ball was out of the ruck, but according to the ref, it wasn't. And so it was not enough fair gain opportunity.
Yeah, it looks like it might have also, I mean, Life West might have gotten a little bit slow to get out of that original ruck. So whenever ball got messy, referee just called it. Maybe he was also winded, like we just said. There were so many faces. And that he was like, somebody do something. I mean, yeah, go ahead, Phaedra.
I mean, I'm winded, so how about you? Like, we're all winded here. It's a lot of work.
Oh my gosh. I'm just like, I'm like, if I get winded from this, then that speaks something, because these players right now are still up and running. So I've got to do my best here. And I know that each player out there right now is definitely doing it. They're looking for the turnover. Life West get it. And now they test Krewe on the defense here. They're going to try and work it wide in an error. Too many passes back there in the 22-meter, and that gets the Krewe a scrum over on the left-hand side, and you see Casham over there really trying to get everybody to buy back in.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for the Krewe. They got a little bit of forward momentum. They forced that turnover. Saw Life just kind of lost their composure, moving the ball to the right. No one really taking the ball directly up. And so this is what happens.
And now we enter into the 25th minute of this match. And I feel like so much has already happened. I'm like, we're not even close. It's a bit slow coming out there. Things looked a bit awkward there, so we'll tune in to see what referee has to say.
Let's wait until the ball is fed, then you can start pushing. Okay.
Just looking for both teams to really sink into that position before the push happens. Now, in rugby, you have to make sure, Phaedra, that you sink down and no push happens until ball is put into that tunnel.
Coach! Fine! Sit! Ball's up!
Working it now through the hands. They give a switch back inside. Rahija tries to get through the middle. She gets isolated though, and ball almost gets taken away by Life West, but quickly the inside centers are over it, those number 12s, and Fasano comes away with it. Trying to get another touch on the ball. There's a little bit of space now opening up here. This is probably the best bit of play that we've seen from the Krewe in the most possession, as their scrum half has to go in. And from there, Krewe takes it upon herself to help out Donegan, who had to go in off of that play. And now the Krewe are going to have to start getting to work. They have space to the left-hand side if they start trying to work hard. But they're being forced to do it at ruck time too, so the numbers game really being important here. More of Life West try and take it. But they call themselves off here as they look to try and take the Krewe down. These double tackles yet again. Working against Galat. Drops the shoulder. Nearly gets free, but gets tackled. And I wonder if the Krewe are going to be able to get the reward of some 5 points here as they look to just be patient yet again. Rahija, though, gets it on the back shoulder. It goes backwards. And the Krewe, Phaedra, right now just getting pushed further and further away from that try zone.
Yeah, it's good defensive efforts, individual efforts really by Life to back them up.
Looks like there might have been an offsides penalty yet again for Life West here, but the Krewe now might be able to see some space here if they can work it out wide. Jarrett, one of the primary playmakers, has to take it into contact. She's isolated.
Captain.
And now referee will have a chat with the captain regarding the...
Penalty there for offside or penalty there for a trip?
Over there.
And so Jarrett tells Rahija to go ahead and get closer to the sideline. She wants the Krewe to get those extra meters here. We'll take a look, though, yet again at these 2 penalties in a row for Life West.
Yeah, take a look. There we go. We had it, but guess we'll talk about it later.
I think they'll give us more opportunities. That's for sure.
I think so.
That's for sure. And penalties are definitely going to be a factor here in the final 12 minutes, but also in the second half whenever we come back. A lot of these penalties end up happening because of mistakes here. And it looks like that ball might have rolled right out of the back here. We talked about the errors and with the inaccuracy of the kick. We're going to have a scrum back to Life West. And they give the ball right back.
Time off.
It feels like a really big missed opportunity, Darian, for the Krewe. Man, they were in a position to get in the best field territory they've been in all day. The execution of those basics is so critical, so critical.
Yeah, and we haven't seen, I mean, Casham is the one that takes the conversions there. And Yesterday, I think that Regia might have had a better boot, but if the mistakes are starting to kind of happen for a player, it's so important for those other players who have the strengths to take up and to speak up and take ownership, kind of switch it up and adapt here so that they can get themselves further and further down the line and not give the ball back to the opponent here. Tampa Crew right now starving for possession. They're quickly flinging them to ground and trying to get that ball back. Ball, though, is called forward, and I mean, there's only so many times that the Crew can get these opportunities.
Yeah, and again, that's just Life West handing it to them. They seem to be a little disorganized on attack. Had a player standing in front of the passing player. They just weren't ready. Just didn't transition quickly enough off of that turnover, or off of that ruck, rather.
Looks like we might have a nice little knock to the nose there. So Band-Aids on. Just a little bit cut up and ready to go ahead and rally and get back into it is Premit for the Crew. And now field position really being a factor here. They're at center pitch. They're right on the 22. I feel like this is one of those that you repeat over and over in practice. And so we'll see what the Crew can come up with here. That ball rolls to the right here. There's some space. And again, we choose to take it into two waiting defenders. They recycle quickly, though. Their bodies over the top. And they're going to have to ensure that they're fast. Referee already calling, though, for Life West to work to give that extra foot here. They want to take away the space for the Crew. Casham nearly gets through. Galat gets a little bit disconnected from her. It's because of a not rolling away penalty, it looks like, for Life West. Good interplay, though, for the Crew. Get them now 10 meters away. This is the closest we've seen him here. And we know one thing about the Crew, they can sustain some phases. Ball pops out, though. An arm goes up. And referee looks like he's had just about enough.
16. I've got two infringements now in a short period of time. Okay, for Tasker not coming in through the gate, and now Cynical clapping the balls out of the hand of the scrum off. So please get in order. Get your discipline up, please.
Oh, yeah, we heard it, not coming through the gate and then slapping the ball away, Darian. He's one step from issuing a card, I believe. So Life West will certainly have to be very disciplined and clinical in this drive if they're going to keep the Crew out of the try zone and they're going to keep all 15 players on the pitch.
Time on.
They take their time here. They do get this ball out of bounds here, so it's going to be a line out right at the 5, and already the crowd is going wild here. I think namely for the Crew, they know what this would mean to them if they can get it all the way down there. And as you said, Phaedra, don't push the ref because he's a bit close to the edge. It's so important to maintain the headspace, make sure that everybody is respecting the rules. And the Crew, they can keep the ball in hand for long periods of time if they can get this line out. They do. And it is deemed not great with Life West throwing one up in the front. And they work hard there.
Captain.
And then it's called back for the scrum to the Life West.
Yeah, it's a tough break. Tough break. The wind potentially a factor here. You can see those touch flags just wailing. It has been a factor all weekend long, but I guess that's when you have to go to those shorter balls to the front of the line out just to secure that possession.
Yeah, here at Chicago Blaze Stadium in Lamont, Illinois, conditions were a bit windy. It was beautiful weather, and so it was really fun rugby to watch. But as you said, Phaedra, it doesn't just affect the ball in the air, it affects the weight of the pass.
Must I speak louder?
I can hear you.
Okay. Let's go.
And referee just having a chit chat there at the front row of the scrum. Already saying that he's keeping an eye on that space. We mentioned it earlier before. The Krewe can't get the go forward, and Life West goes straight to the boot off the first phase here. They get turned around, and it gets the ball further away as they get too much time here. They offload, though, back on the inside, and it gets them some space. And this is some good attack, as now they already have some depth here, and now they go to nominating their roles. Right here we see the forwards start to swarm there. The penalty count, though, going up for Life West, and now referee, I think, Phaedra, he's had enough.
Yeah, the penalty count is quite high now for Life West, so they're playing with no more freebies, I feel like.
I keep on thinking that this might be the final one, and referee definitely has this on their seats right now as to when the card might come. Hopefully for Life West, though, they realize that could be the final straw. Again, you don't want to test this, especially when you're down in this zone and this close to your opponent's try line there. You have to be even an extra step more disciplined.
I 1,000% agree, and I guess, it wasn't enough yesterday to have 2 players out, for repeated infractions, but certainly this discipline piece is something that Life West is going to want to focus in on at the halftime talk and just come back a little bit more polished in that department.
That's right, Phaedra. We know that coaches are always telling us to learn your lessons from the game before here, and I think that they'll definitely have a chat about that at halftime here as we enter into about a little over 5 minutes left to go here in this first half. And Life West 12-0. We haven't seen a lot of scoring since that first 20 minutes here, and it's been because of the slow burn that's coming in from both sides. The Krewe really have had a lot of possession here in this last 15 minutes of play, but boy, are they getting smacked at that defensive line. They've got some
this
space
defense
to move
is
it, though.
pretty good.
Yeah, I totally agree, Phaedra. Trying to find some decisions. There's a bit of hesitation there. They try and throw in a few Life West, and then they get called off. And again, you can see it from this side here. There's so much green grass in front of them. Ball is just so slow to get out with the aggression that's coming in from the interior defense. Rahija gets a little bit of a line break here. This is some serious speed. Will Life West stop it? They don't. Rahija tug is out. Girl makes it in. Slides it on through. Pounds it in her chest. And that one is the heartbeat. We start to see the spikes now come in for the Krewe.
Well, you talked about her, Darian, at the beginning of this game. You saw her play yesterday. What an effort, man. And all it takes is one player to change the pace of that back line to create this opportunity, and she did it. She came in, she stepped off of the foot, saw a seam in between those 2 Life West defenders, turned in against a very, very competent defender. She saw that once she turned her hips on the outside, she knew she had it, kind of slid off and kept it moving.
You definitely need those players that I think are shocking. They give that jolt of electricity to give the team a little bit of life there. Casham gets the 2 points there, and now 7-12. That patience has paid off for the Krewe here at the D2 Finals Championships. Gives a wave to the fans, and now I think we're starting to see the Krewe wake up. We'll take another look.
Yeah, we see it again, and she has support even coming behind her. You looking at all the wake of jerseys, the white jerseys especially, that she leaves behind her. That's great. That's just a great heads-up play. What an opportunity.
Had the pleasure of coaching Rahija whenever we did the Southeast Reapers, part of the U23 pathway that USA Rugby does host. We really kind of like to keep it all under USA Rugby. So with that, club really being a factor here, as well as the college game too. and Rahija, part of that program from UCF. They've just been an absolute powerhouse. I've had a lot of good athletes that have come out of there. Kristen Thomas, if you know the name, she's a UCF alum. So now to see these players come back and show out and again give us the best rugby in the country. We've got Life Women playing the Utah Vipers. You know that we'll be talking to you a little bit about the behind the scenes of that. We love to hear about the feedback that you guys have with this competition, but Life West and the Crew, really these strong women's programs. And if they're showing us anything, this D1 championship is definitely going to be a fun one that we have coming up next. Crew, we're going to look to just try and maintain possession here yet again, but it's going to take them a lot of time, Phaedra, to get all the way close to the try zone. Oh, and they nearly get a break there. And I think maybe just giving the pass a little bit early might work for the Crew. It's a bit delayed, and I think it's putting them under some pressure.
Yeah, they had numbers on the outside there. It looked like a really nice 3-on-1 situation, but they were too many steps with the ball in hand, crisp passes to get it to those edges, and then recycling into lines of support could give them better success, I believe.
Already seeing a substitute roll in, it looks like. And about a minute and a half gone, both coaches going to be looking to make some substitutions here for both sides. We'll see who rolls in at the half. But this should be close to our final bit of play. Ball rolls through the legs of a flanker. And it almost seems to put Life West on the front foot here, but they bobble it. A bit of miscommunication, and I mean, there were just a massive Crew members that were over that play.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of fatigue, attrition setting in here for Life West, making some unforced errors, really, in times of opportunity when they could really put themselves in a much better position going into the half. So they're going to definitely want to regroup, and it's worthy to note that their substitutions are a little bit limited. They don't have the number of substitutions. They have 4 subs. So it's going to be interesting to see how this second half shakes out for them.
Both teams definitely struggled in the second half. It looks like Rahija is going to go ahead and call it quickly. Ball does go out of bounds. And so we're going to go ahead and quickly roll out of here. But Life West right now, 12-7. The drama is set. The vibe is high. Who's going to be able to hold on and survive the second half here at the D2 Club National Championships? We'll be back in less than 10.
There was a long play with
Attention all rugby fans. World Rugby Shop is your one-stop shop for all your rugby gear needs. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting out, World Rugby Shop offers an extensive selection of top quality gear and apparel to elevate your game. From jerseys and shorts to boots and accessories, we've got you covered. Visit us today to see why World Rugby Shop is your ultimate destination for everything rugby. Gear up today.
A message from the rugby universe. America, get in the game! It's time the sleeping giant of rugby got off the sideline and into the action. But like all big jobs, you'll need the right tools. Go to worldrugbyshop.com for boots, jerseys, shorts, and scrub caps. Everything you'll need to rock and roll. Get the right kit for playing and training, plus the finest selection of official supporters gear from around the globe. WorldRugbyShop.com, America's home for rugby.
Stop muscle cramps now. When a muscle cramp hits, you don't need a routine. You need relief now. Pickle Juice is a hyperfunctional performance beverage made to stop muscle cramps within 60 seconds. All natural, clinically proven, built for real life. When a muscle cramp hits, hit back.
Tell me about your experience with RCT so far.
Well, I think my experience can be best described as really fun and community bonding because I meet so many new people playing the sport I love.
I wrestle and I play football, and there's nothing like rugby.
Yeah, everybody that I've ever met that tries rugby just comes to one practice has ended up liking it. And I asked her like what it was, and she said like full contact, like same rules, guys and girls, and I didn't believe her. And then she was like, oh, come out to our practices. And I did, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to play. And then I started playing. It was really fun.
I don't know, it's just a game that I love. It's pretty fun though, I don't know, I just love everything about it.
It's the laid-back atmosphere of it. We all be friends on the field and off the field.
Just the bond and the vibe from everybody is nice and builds like a lot of character.
You should play it. Play rugby. That's it.
Like how we even like beat out of each other in the game, and then we like come together after, and we're just like shake hands.
What do you think that is? Why is that?
I personally think it's like, it's just, we're all one community, like it's one family. You all play rugby, it's just one family.
It's a sport.
Yeah,
because if you have to have respect for the person going after you because you work hard and they have to work just as hard after you.
So you say that respect is probably the greatest value you can gain out of this game?
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
Credo Rugby is a club development platform that helps rugby clubs create and sell their own on-field training and fan supporters gear. We work with clubs of all sizes, from grassroots to professional, and help them generate revenue to support their continuous development.
It's great. We all love each other. We all like hanging out at these tournaments.
Just meeting so many new people and getting to know them is just amazing. And meeting so many new friends, it's definitely...
Nah, one word is family. Like you got people like you could depend on.
Probably my favorite part of playing rugby is like I can forget any problem I'm having at school or at home or just any kind of worry or burden and just like giving my all on the field. And
we all choose to come here. We don't have to be here, you know. It's just good fun coming out on a Sunday, playing, getting all together, and just great.
All right, so yeah, I think it's the fact that we can play very hard, smack each other up, boom each other, and just eat good and talk to laugh with each other after.
So, one thing that rugby's done for you?
It's brought up a lot of my confidence. I wasn't very confident in middle school, and I knew that if I wanted to become a better player, I would have to bring up my game, which I did, and I've just become so much like a better person to myself. I see myself in such a bigger light, and I'm honestly so much happier playing rugby.
I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would like be around here, to be honest. So I guess family.
New York Rugby Club is a great community because they put you around great people such as Alex, my coach Alex, and he teaches me more about rugby, how I can make my game better every day.
Most girls are smart and strong and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far, we are unstoppable. Most girls are fight to make every day. No two are the same. I wanna be like.
So actually, before I started playing rugby, I was just a cheerleader for my high school, and I was very shy, nervous, and being around teammates. Rugby is a very accepting sport. I wasn't embarrassed about my body or anything. People really welcome you and actually like take your strengths and weaknesses and work with you to like make you a better person and player.
You hit each other and then you're friends.
Yeah.
I really like the camaraderie of it, and like the game is just so physical and it's fun.
Definitely try it. Like maybe you don't think you're the strongest, but once you go out and like you hit someone, that adrenaline is so amazing.
The RCT out here has been amazing. I came out here because I know that all the states out here have some great youth rugby, and I was not disappointed in any way. So saw some amazing action out here from both young men and young women, and it's looking pretty bright for our future here.
And what's your favorite part about playing rugby?
I really like the camaraderie of it, and like the game is just so physical and it's fun. It's hard, like even though it's hard
For me,
yeah.
rugby has helped me stay consistent, and as a woman, I feel really empowered being able to tackle people. It just changes lives.
Old Boys Rugby LLC delivers premium apparel crafted for former players who carry the game with them long after the final whistle. Every piece is designed for the match day experience, from the pitch to the third half, and a percentage of every sale goes directly to supporting youth rugby development. Designed for matches, third half celebrations, and everything in between. Old Boys Rugby gives back, with a percentage of proceeds for supporting the next generation of rugby athletes through youth development programs. Attention all rugby fans! World Rugby Shop is your one-stop shop for all your rugby gear needs. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting out, World Rugby Shop offers an extensive selection of top quality gear and apparel to elevate your game. From jerseys and shorts to boots and accessories, we've got you covered. Visit us today to see why World Rugby Shop is your ultimate destination for everything rugby. Gear up today.
I am down on the field, Tampa, in a heated battle with Life West here. The crew, going into halftime, you had such a calm demeanor, calm approach. What are you telling these ladies to get them prepared for this next 40 minutes, the ending of their season, as you said in the huddle?
Well, even after all the attack that we had to suffer through the first 10, 15 minutes, what we did was we asked them to say, look, we're only down by unconverted try at the moment, even though we're not clicking like we normally do. Let's turn it around. We're trying to play their game. We're going 100 miles an hour. We're trying to speed things up. That's the way they like to play. So I told them, let's just get back to the way we play. Let's control it. Let's go through our phases. Let's get our 10, 12, 13 phases. Things will open up. Be patient. Play your game.
40 more minutes, Coach. Good luck. National championship on the line. Absolutely. This Tampa Crew side trying to get back to national championship glory. We're going to kick it back up top to you all.
Oh, what a brilliant, insightful interview. Thanks, Lance. Interview with head coach William Powell for the Tampa Bay Crew, and even telling us right from the jump that what we saw in the first half is the game plan. They know how to play past 12, 13 phases, which is absolutely unreal. And as he said, it's all about the control and really dictating that calm demeanor when they play. Such exciting stuff. But Phaedra, what do you think in that huddle for Life West? What do you think the head coach was saying in that one?
Captain, ready? White captain, ready?
We'll get Phaedra to go ahead and have a chat with us. Maybe a little bit of a button issue on that end. As we get set underway,
Gotcha.
Life West already to the races. There she is. Again, Phaedra, what do you think Life West was saying in their huddle?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you've got to get disciplined. You've got to cut back on these penalties. They're threatening a yellow card, which will put us at a huge disadvantage. And we've just really got to go back to what we did yesterday on attack. Let's get our nice structure, our nice depth in our back line, and let's move the ball. We've got the speed and the athletes on this team. We just need to minimize mistakes like that and move that ball into the hands of our finishers.
It looked like in trying to force that speed, they have a mistake there. We'll talk through it. It was a good set of phases.
Yeah, you see here, good pressure from the crew, really in that ruck. And you see, again, when you take the eyes off the ball, it just ends up being not a good situation. The ball went right through the hands.
Krewe right now getting a bit disconnected at the scrum. They move it to the right-hand side here, and they crash it in. Rahija scored the only try in that first half and gets one of the first touches on the ball. The offsides, though, or excuse me, the high tackle that comes in against Rahija instantly gets called back. And you've got to wonder, we were talking about it there towards the end, the rack up of penalties that they had, Phaedra. I mean, almost cost them dearly before the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's literally, I mean, at this point, you've just got to rein it in. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we've said it all, whether it's high tackles, whether it's not rolling away, whether it's, not, being behind the last foot on defense. It's just these are basics that you have to be able to execute when you get to this level and you're in a championship game. These are the things that cost you national championships.
Yeah, that's the extra layer that, I mean, dictates whether or not you're the one who's holding the hardware. Sometimes at points you have to learn to, like you said, rein it in, hold your horses a little bit, and get the team to just settle into the phases, because they have to play a lot of rugby here. Already kind of getting creative was the Krewe. We see it, the line out, they go ahead and they take it in right at the 5, and they go to work here. We saw them string together well over 20 phases in the first half, though they didn't get rewarded with the try. They did it time and time again. Galat gets taken to ground by about 3 life players. She smashed down, and the backs now open up the space. A nice flat pass gets it right into the teeth of the Life West defense, and they're able to get hands in there. Ball, though, just doesn't seem to have the luck of the bounce for the defense, and so Life West are automatically back on it. And the Krewe going to have to play a lot of phases of their game, either force them to draw the penalty or hope that somebody finds some space here. They're using that leg drive and that quick support. It would be quite the whirlwind if they were able to get some points on the board here in the first 10 minutes of this half. Looks like we might have a player who's a bit slow to get up. They're going to have to work quickly off the ground. Oh, that one was big. Comes in by Life West. A good leg driving tackle. Pushes them further back. They give a flat pass. Fasano there offloads it, and she gives it to Rahija. Oh, but this defense swarms over the outside back for LaCourse. And it looks like we might have an arm out for an advantage here as well. As the Krewe, yet again, this is about the 8th phase for them. Just trying to see if they can break the line here. And I don't know how long we might end up down here, Phaedra. How long they can have the ball in hands, and the fact that they've trained for it is wild.
Yeah, and it really is showing to be quite effective against Life West. This is a matter of attrition and just real good execution. I mean, it clearly is rattling this defense. And I think the echoes of it are showing on attack as well, Darian.
Yeah, I think both sides really feeling like this is critical. This is dire. This is important right now. But what you have to settle back into is the hope and the belief in your pattern, what you've been trained to do. Step back into it and maybe work a little bit harder, right? Drop the body height lower than you think. Take the time to get that extra step. That's going to be the game changer here for both sides. As referee calls to his AR. Or excuse me, it looks like might have had an injury there. Bit slow to get up and kind of grappling with the head.
Black ball. Scrum.
Is that locked? Go ahead and have a speed here. Unfortunate for them. She'll have a replacement roll on in. And that looks like it might be Caitlin Ferguson for the Krewe now. Getting an early start here in the second half. And injuries, Phaedra, definitely are going to play a factor now in the second half.
Yeah, you got fatigue setting in. It's the second match of the weekend. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a factor. So this is the time when you want to be really aware, proprioceptively of your body and what you're doing. And you really have to hone in on being technical. That's how you avoid those types of injuries.
Technical piece and the skills are going to be extremely important to execute, especially down in this end here. Krewe putting on the pressure now on Life West, forcing them to get back on sides. Looks like they were obviously off on that one, so the advantage goes up. And I'm not going to say it again about the possibility of a yellow. They've had a lot of chances here. We'll see what referee decides to do as Krewe look to gain the advantage here. Oh, that outside back just getting tossed back in to the thick of it. And they've got a long advantage. They're choosing to go quick here, not giving referee any time to make the discernment. Jarrett gives it to Rahija. She drops the shoulder. The fullback inserts herself as the forwards come in now. Big rumbling runs work well for them. You've just got to hope they've got the knowledge to stay away from that white line unless they've got it. It looks like it might have been possibly illegally ripped away from Life West. And referee frustration everywhere, and we're going to have a chat.
We've got in the first time, I want you. We've got now 2 consecutive finishes in a row in a short period of time. 18.
That hurts.
Yeah, go ahead and have a seat now. And Phaedra, I mean, it almost was like you called it there.
And this is, I mean, look at where we are in terms of field position. It's certainly not where you want to lose a player. It's just, this is it. This is the discipline piece. That's Tuavayo taking a seat for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and if you don't want to commit a mistake, you definitely don't want to do it here either. And Tampa Krewe, they do. They knock it on after trying to rush through that rather than kind of figure out if there was space. They have other options. The scrum has worked well for them, but it would have maybe been a better decision for Krewe to take the scrum. Now Life West will get the opportunity to scrum out of this end, maybe relieve some pressure as they are now playing down with only 14.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you lost a forward as Life West. It would have been a great opportunity to take a scrum and really drawn in more players into that area so that you could open up some spaces on the outside. But we're here now.
Looks like Nightingale Sakavama will come in for Life West. It'll be her first scrum of the game. Does well as the Krewe get turned to the left-hand side here. Tries to chip kick it through, and the Krewe instantly now try and hop over that turnover. Looks like that came off of Tapaida Statini's hands. And the Krewe know how to contain themselves well. They start directing traffic. You see the hands go up. Abigail Peterson directing it alongside the forward. Breaking the ball off of Juanita Rodriguez. Rodriguez has had multiple touches this past game. Norlander slow to get up off of that one. Dropping the shoulder. The body height starting to creep up a little bit for Life West here. And the line speed is fast. Casham. And again, a bit slow to roll out of there. They're taking a few with them. Rahija, will she do it again? That's 2! That's 2! Oh! Tampa Krewe! Everybody better give a hug to Rahija after that one. Wow, 2 times now. And the Krewe have a conversion to come. They tied it now. All through the hands, 10 points. Goes in favor of the Tampa Krewe's fullback.
And talk about persistence. This is what it is, building the phases, trusting in your structure, trusting in your game plan. The Krewe have demonstrated this. They get the ball out, and you see Rahija just takes it off of the base of this ruck, keeps her body alive, doesn't give up in that tackle, and puts it down for another 5. That's her 4th try of the weekend. What an individual effort.
You want to know what impresses me about that play is that she looked up and saw about 5 defenders from Life West and still said, I think that I have the confidence to go ahead and get around that. Kasham gives a good strike. She doesn't convert it, but I think that's one of the coolest parts about watching players that like to have fun with the game is that you play with such confidence, such belief in yourself. You can back yourself. You think that you can have that moment to change and kind of turn the tables here. And now we're at a tie ball game. Phaedra, the patience, again, paying off for the Tampa Crew. Those phases of building is just working so well for them, and Life West are starting to crumble.
Yeah, they are. They're knocking the ball on. They're committing all of these penalties. They're just not executing. They're not linking up, and it's not for a foregone conclusion. They literally just need to reset and dial back into the chemistry that they showed in those opening moments of the match. They had it really nicely put together, but the Crew seems to be getting much stronger as the game evolves.
Definitely seem to have the trust in each other to build the phases there. They're nominating their roles really well. They're trying to play to their strengths. Right there we see Rodriguez take a nice little tip pass over the line. And this interplay between the forwards might start to open things up for them. They choose, though, in this part because of the pressure to take it in. And Life West, slow to get up off of the ground here. They launch well, though. Fasano's taking the ground off of a nice double tackle. And Verheeja's a bit isolated there. Life West, though, throwing the extra numbers. Norlander might have gotten it there, but it might be losing the feet there at ruck time. Oh, and just the weight of Tampa Crew support stifles that opportunity.
And these just problems continue to mount for Life West. Cannot catch a break right now.
Yeah, we talk about these championship games being a mountain that you kind of have to climb together as a team there. And as soon as you start lacking the discipline, a lot of slips, a lot of falls, you could lose numbers if the right one happens at the right time here. Life was still playing with the man down, and the Crew automatically get another 5 points on the board here. Everything with Life West has to, be near perfect, because the Crew just seem to be so composed. It's hard to rattle them. Ball is deemed not straight yet again. Life West will get to scrum right here at the 40 in that 15-meter channel.
We go for the line out again.
Yeah, and these lineouts have not been fair to the Crew. These throws haven't been straight.
Just had to show a possible picture there. I think if you even get a little bit off of the ground, it's deemed to jump there. And referee
not in the line, go back in, please.
Just trying to make sure that the discipline is kind of there. You have to communicate the number situation at the line out time in order to give the defense the opportunity.
Let's go for the scrum.
To match numbers here. The ball also is unforgiving to Life West, and the scrum now happens at the 15 for Tampa Crew off of a not straight.
And the body language for the Tampa Crew just really positive and inspiring, and I don't know, it looks like they just tapped into a new wave of energy and inspiration in this match.
Stay behind us, stay behind us, stay behind us! Leave!
Might have gotten off a little bit too quickly off of that scrum. Referee, though, tells them to play on again. Looks like Bomar might have almost gotten her hands in there. That's 2 times now she's tried to go in between that space. So good at exploiting it on the defense.
Yeah, thought she had a break there, but take another look here. She kicks it through. She might have been on her way to the try zone had she been able to complete that phase, but
You need to stay behind it, please.
hear the instruction from the referee telling Life West they must stay bound, and that scrum was off a little quickly. That flanker.
Yeah, again, the discipline crucial for Life West to maintain here. Has a whole different level of pressure on the team. And one thing that they're struggling to compete with now is the ball movement of the Krewe. They unfortunately lose it in that last bit of play. It looks like Mackenzie LaCourse again knocks it on there. And I don't know. I think that the Krewe might have to start trying to test the waters by moving the ball a bit early rather than passing at the line.
Yeah, they really help them to move that ball quickly and early and get it out. Play a little bit more on the out in the outside channels. But I want to actually give credit to Life West. They've been able to maintain the score line, and they're in a really pretty good area of the field, good territory, just outside the 22, with only 14 players. So they're managing the send-in situation quite well, actually.
Oh, managing it at scrum time and taking care of business was Tampa with a barrel over the top of Life West there. And right as you think that they get a moment to kind of take a breath and wait out the storm, being a man down, Tampa Krewe just exploit that and run right over them. That one was hurtful at scrum time, Phaedra.
Yeah, it's commentator's curse, right, Darian? Like, as soon as I note something positive, it gets reversed in the moment. But yeah, look at this. Look at the scrum.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and that's the importance, I think, of the 8 men staying bound in off of a scrum. We see there they just got told don't break off early, and from there I think they get nervous and the 8 man instantly breaks off, and then that means at that point there's only 7 scrumming. And right there, I just think Krewe got a little bit of momentum and they just bullied over the top. But a substitute coming in for Rodriguez, I don't know, Phaedra, that might hurt them a little bit because that scrum was really something special.
I'll make the mark now.
Yeah, it was. And we haven't seen that sort of domination all match, but you can tell the morale, I think, is being echoed through these set pieces now and through these moments. The morale of this Krewe team is a little different than Life West. They are feeling themselves, and it's something that's absolutely imperative if they're going to pull through and snatch this national championship.
Okay, time on.
Referee just ensuring that numbers are all the same. Everybody counting themselves down here. And that, I mean, should have been a penalty had it taken that long for Life West to make a decision, or maybe it was the Krewe. Either way, Life West throw one up. Referee leans to the right-hand side a little bit there and deems it that it's straight. Golat gets a break here. Oh, not a lot of open space for her, but she scored that first try for the Krewe, and that was the injection of energy that they needed right there. This is invigorating stuff, and Rahija drops it right there at the edge. That pass, again, a bit delayed, and then Life West do it to themselves as well right after that. They'll get reset back for the scrum. It'll go in favor of Life West.
Yeah, that was a big run by Golat. A lot she gives to that team. But just these turnovers, now we're starting to see potentially fatigue show its head. These unforced errors, these knock-ons, and moments when you really, it should be completed passes.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that that's kind of easy for us to say. The commentator's curse is also that we see things that right now these players aren't, I mean, it's hard to focus. Not only are they expected to play on the second day for a championship, but now, I mean, a lot of these players that are out here right now have professional careers. They have families. They have responsibilities outside of it. I mean, club rugby, it truly is the backbone. And I think this is the best way to showcase what American rugby culture is all about. When you're watching the most vital part of rugby here in the States. Working hard to walk away with some hardware. We're still tied up. We're about 20 minutes gone, and nobody can say that this match hasn't been anything short of exciting. Life West get a line break, and it gets them over the 40 here. And the fold, a bit slow from Krewe as they all go high. Oh, they all go high, and that's not a smart decision against Life West. And they choose to split the field. They switch back to the right-hand side, makes the smart decision to take it in herself, does Satini. Norlander, many touches on the ball for her. She holds strong. It's a bit of a toss down though on the right-hand side. Fasano, and it looks like that might be Marika Moore, have gone at it on the sideline, and we'll see if referee is gonna take time to take a chat. We're gonna hush up and listen to what was said down there. There was a lot to unpack.
Just with the ball, thank you. Just back off.
We see the extracurriculars here. Darian, it was a result of this. Looks like a trip, and then retaliation. A little bit of a.
What do you have for me?
It's like a little shoving, but I don't see any punches thrown. So.
Okay, what's the hit contact? Punch. Say again? Not to the head. So just a punch to the body. Have a word penalty. Yellow card. Okay. Please give me a chance. Okay, I've got foul play. Black 12, punched white. So therefore yellow card.
Sir! Oh my God!
And I mean, if it was a punch which referee has deemed an agreement with the AR there, Fasano now is going to go ahead and have a seat, and that's going to hurt the Krewe here, as I think that the lifeless player might go on. We'll take a look back here. Hairpull comes in for more, and I think that two might have needed to have a seat after that. That's just unsportsmanlike there after a hit from Fasano. We can't see the initial bit here. We just see the bit right after. And all of the drama, I mean, some passionate stuff here in rugby. I just think that it might have gotten a bit messy on the breakdown. Either way, Fasano is having a seat in timeout for that little spat. Referee unhappy. And it looks like Life West have their yellow card back on. As now, the inside center after Fasano goes down to Tini. The inside center takes it upon herself to break the curse here for Life West, 17-12. And that's right after their inside center, one of their key players, has a seat for the Krewe. That is not the shot that you want if you're the opposing team. What a statement.
Yeah, what a statement indeed. And Satini's been carrying this ball quite well, especially in the second half. And you can see the work done here to move that ball up the middle and then open up space. Slight drop there by Lauren Kenyon, but nothing to stop this opportunity to get it into the hands.
Yes, that's good.
A little bit of a broken defense allows this opportunity to put it in for 5 points. And wow, what a hard-earned try. In a very pivotal moment of the game.
Yeah, as we enter into the final 20 minutes here of this D2 championship. Gable will look to convert this one. She missed one earlier off of this left-hand side, but it'll be some extra cushion if she can get it through the strike. Looks like it might have been short, so Life West stays 17-12 here. Krewe are playing with the man down, and it seems like that might have rattled them a little bit, Phaedra.
Yeah, it seems like it has. I mean, missing a player as well as getting scored on, you know, we will see, right? This is a test of the composure and how they can bounce back after facing such adversity.
And I mean, you can hear everybody trying to hype each other up as they take the line here, really trying to fill the team now with some voices. With the yellow card, a knock on, back behind. Means a lot to them here as Tampa Krewe now get a scrum on the right-hand side within the 40.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for them, right? They are, again, playing short. They were kicking the ball off, so they were essentially giving away their possession off that kickoff, but they've managed to retain it, and they're just inside the 50 of Life West. So we'll see what they have. They are great at maintaining possession and putting together phases, and this is what they need.
They choose to keep all 8 in there with the yellow card, and the backs will be a little bit undernumbered, though.
Leave. It's just a scrum, It's a scrum. It's a knock-on.
It's a knock-on there at the back. And the scrum halves decide to have a little bit of fun there as we reset. No harm, no foul. I think even with that last bit of play, Phaedra, I think both teams understand that emotions run high sometimes.
Yeah, it's really difficult when you're playing in such a combative sport, and so much is on the line to always be able to keep it together. So it's just human nature, and it's just some of those. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes the pot boils over.
I think this is our favorite part of rugby, is just being able to maintain human nature, or to fight it. I think whenever you get into these situations that are way past the brink, and right now, I mean, we're pushing these players way past it. A lot of rugby has been played for them. This is the 100th minute for some of these players that have played over the weekend. And Bomar maintains the body height, drives, and support comes in for Life West here. They get well within the 50, but then they get driven back. They're starting to get a little bit chippy there. Both teams really starting to get aggressive. Working off of the ball, they cut back in off of one side instantly. Hold it down. Looks like Galat is a little bit slow to get back up. She stays down. And the crew play on. Life West getting a bit delayed there. The crew decide to have a crack at ruck. And they're all a bit slow to get up there. Shooting way past the point of contact as Life West. They burst through the ruck, and now they're bursting through the line. Little bit of some contact there. It is some chirpiness coming in. A stiff arm from the top. And the ball gets close to the sideline and also gets deemed as a knock-on. Oh, and I mean, I can feel the want from both of these teams. You can feel that inner monster coming up from both sides.
Yeah, they're trying to take in every phase of play and every opportunity there's contact. They're trying to give themselves an advantage. It looked like the ball carrier for Life West in one of those phases, I think, pulled the hair as she was going in on the tackle. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see that, or my eyes are deceiving me. But they're just taking every opportunity. They're taking every opportunity, Darian, every opportunity they can to secure ball. Let's just say they're securing ball.
Yeah, you might have heard me suck wind a little bit there, but referee is going to go ahead and just check in on Galat. She was a bit slow to get up there, and so is a player for Life West, the number 25. Trying to hit the refresh button on my rosters. I don't think that there's a 25 number there, which is unfortunate. If you guys have it, please, if you're watching on YouTube, put it in the chat for Life West. She's up though, and Joaquin Fasano still sitting and looking on there after Life West instantly answered with her sit in the bin with the try.
That's Angelina. Yeah, that's Angelina Lomu. I know that face.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As soon as you got a good look at her, I was like, we know who that is.
Yep.
So Lomu, come on now.
Yep.
You better knock it off. Lomu's up and moving, which is good work for her.
Yeah. That's right.
On the court. I'll tell you now.
And a lot of these players, I mean, Phaedra, we recognize those faces. You recognize the names too whenever they're out there. I mean, these players have had extremely competitive matches.
So about 5 minutes.
Yes, they have. They have. They've played. Yeah, I mean, listen, Angela Lomu's been around for a little while. Like, I actually played stars with her in sevens, and we know that was 4 score in 7 years. So, yeah. Not dating her, not dating me, but it's been a while.
You'd have to have so much knowledge and wisdom, I think, to understand what that means in years' time. So you don't have to go through the chat. You don't have to figure it out. Just know that Lomo has been a part of the game for a really long time. And I think that's also one of those, extra bits of why we love the sport. It's people who just can't get enough of it. They want to come back. They still want to put their bodies on the line because they just love these situations. And I know that all of them, though one will walk away with hardware, all of them will be excited for this match. It's been extremely competitive between the two sides. They're good to roll out now. Life West seem to have made that adaptation here. Body height almost gets caught a little bit high. And the weight of the shoulder from Krewe, get them a few meters here. And this is where they build the phases. It's how they got the last 2 tries. It's been impressive stuff for them. But they're without a player here, and they're still, even at the beginning of this play, there's about 5 minutes left to go. Bergman puts herself at that back line position. If they get driven further back, they might have to find a way to exit. They do have space on the left-hand side. If they can move it, forwards are calling for it. They choose to take it right into the line here. And Phaedra, the importance of the decision-making to try and relieve pressure is going to be important for them.
Yeah, they've not once tried to kick the ball down and chase. And in this particular situation, it's going to take some time to dig themselves out. And in this, obviously, this is the pressure, that pressure we talked about all along, that white wave of defense. This is where Life West shines, when they can really put pressure into those rucks and create these knock-ons and turnovers.
Right now, there's still a chance Fasano will be back in probably less than 2 minutes here. But with Krewe, if they go down another 5 to 7 points here, we don't have that much time left. It's running out quickly for them. And right now, with Life West in a beautiful attacking position, they're right 15 meters outside of the try zone. And they'll be looking to, again, take advantage of this. One person down, Lomu. Lomu gets off one. Oh, forget it. Goes ahead and almost gets close into that try zone. Life West recycle. They choose to take the edge. They're back here in the fold. Just a skosh slow. This ball movement, the speed from Bomar. Bomar short. And a nice counter ruck comes in. The Krewe might have come away with it. Individual effort. Bergman now goes to the boot. That's the kick that they need. They relieve the pressure. Oh, and Life West now have to line out against the Krewe.
And what an effort by the Krewe to really turn it around. Good defensive pressure in that ruck to turn the ball over. They came up on Bomar. Bomar is quite a runner. And that defensive player just came into the ruck and turned the ball over. Good heads-up play by the Krewe. They're not done. They're not giving up. And that's a true testimony to the culture of this Krewe squad.
It's white ball. White numbers, it's your ball.
And a bit of confusion there. Life West will have this throw in. They go up. Krewe come away with it. They're under a lot of pressure, though, and Life West get right into the face of the Krewe. That last kick was good. We'll see if they go ahead and look to relieve some pressure here.
They're not rolling away.
And Krewe will walk up to the line. We'll see if they go for the line out here. Get them out of the 22 meter right now. They've had way too much time down in this end. Life West has played a lot of attack.
Yeah, they have, but they're going to go with the safe choice to kick it short, but out into touch.
Captain.
This line out will be very critical.
Captain, the steal was good, but your tackler first need to get away. Okay. That's middle.
And Fasana shouting for the yellow card to be looked at. It seems like she's not going to be able to play in this passage of play. And the Krewe right now just holding on. They go in the middle there. It's a good straight throw. And the forwards now get a little bit of a break here. And 2 Life West players roll on out of the back. Rija uses that dummy, tries to get around, offloads it back to Bergman. Bergman goes back into the support with their forwards here. And right now, the Crew will just look to run through the phases yet again. I mean, how tough is it? I mean, Phaedra, I think we know whenever a coach says, you know, you got to build the phases, it's easy to say, but it's so much work to do.
It does. It requires you to be in constant support, but it also requires, it could be, you know, one of the scenarios where less is more and you just need to know your lines of running and be smart about it. Just being in support, recycling through that, every other ruck you hit could very well keep it actually manageable. So it looks like that's what they're doing. A rare kick by the Crew here for possession or for field position. Actually, that's a pretty good tactic.
Yes, incredible. And honestly, like you were just saying, Phaedra, it's taken them 70 minutes now to start actually using the kick. And referee seems like you might have a chat with Jared about bringing the yellow card back on.
Just wanted to check your discipline, please. Stay calm. Okay, thank you.
And chats with Fasano. Fasano is now back on, and Krewe are back to full strength here.
Let's go.
And just one final bit
I'm
from
gonna
the
say
referee.
I'm glad she's calm, but don't be too calm because you got a 5-point discrepancy here. You got to get going.
Oh, you better give it everything you got. You had 10 minutes of a break.
That's right.
Now it's go time. You've seen it
That's
all.
right.
We've seen
What?
what we
You're
can.
stepping in?
Fasano is definitely
What?
looking
You're
to
walking
make
in?
an impact after I guess you
What?
could say
You're
a
walking in how many
passion
numbers?
back there by both of
5.
the teams.
Time on.
She had to go ahead and have a seat. Rahija gives a deep booming kick down the way here. And Life West get close to that sideline after they get possession. Crewe might have come away with it. And again, the importance of building the phases. We'll see if it pays off.
Stay
They
back, it's
lose
going
the
backwards.
ball.
Knock on.
After a knock on at the line out, though, they get a scrum down. And the scrum works, I think, a little bit better for the Crew rather than the line out. Line out's been a bit risky for both teams.
Yeah, with the wind and just, you know, maybe unknown variables, it's just been less of a secure thing. But the scrums have been pretty good, and this gives them an opportunity to get it launch and get it out wide, play in the spaces.
Yeah, especially with being back to full strength in the back line. They'll look to find something over the set piece. Life West, stay on that scrum. And they'll look to move it through the hands. Rahija gives a nice step off of the right foot, offloads it to Fasano. Fasano.
Number 13, right? Offside.
Knocks it on. But it's because of the speed. Too speedy on the line for Bomar. She gets dinged for an offsides. And Jarrett, the captain, chooses to go ahead and take it in herself and get the forwards to go ahead and rally now. Forwards get over the line of the 22. Now they're knocking on the door. The Life West continue to slam it shut. They're holding strong here. Looking up and marking the numbers. Body height, though, looks a little bit high. We'll see as the Crew look to drop a shoulder. They get driven back, though. Considerably driven back. And it's been a long, hard haul for the Crew here. Life West continuously forcing them to get past that 12th or 13th phase, but that's whenever they shine the most. They're building it now, and they're playing a lot of rugby down in this end, looking for that one little gap, but they keep getting smacked at the line and driven back. You hear the nomination, though. You hear the rolls. Bergman gives a kick, kicks it right into the hands, and off to the races is one of the Life West players. Getting close to that sideline. She stays in well. Rahija's got her hands on it, though. A bit isolated. She gets called out. The ball is out. They're all over Norlander.
Leave now.
Trying to roll out of the way. Is the Crew. Ball gets knocked off the knee of one. With an advantage for the Crew. And whistle not only is called but communicated. And we'll reset.
What?
Back here in time right now, really working against the Crew.
Yeah, that was a big run, a really territory-saving run for Life West, but they just can't keep that possession. They just keep turning it over with these knocks, and it seems as though it happens when they're a little bit off of a couple of phases off of the transition ball. They're just not realigning well, and it just puts them in a really disorganized state.
Yeah, and both teams, I think, right now struggling with a little bit of disorganization for sure. The Krewe, I mean, they're really good at building the phases, but one thing now that was working against them that wasn't before is the fact that we only have less than 5 minutes now. They're running out of time here to build a special moment. And Life West get the penalty off of that scrum. We're going to come back. And Life West choose to go quick. They want to continue to play. It finds its way into the hands of Lomu. Lomu drops the shoulder, gets through one, gets through a few. Is blazing her way through that defensive line. Slow, not rolling away. Fasano almost gets the side eye from referee. She's called off of that ruck. And a beautiful inside step from the Teeny. And Krewe continuously a bit slow to get back up there. And not releasing penalty is important. And Rahija goes quick. She's got to connect with some forwards. Looks like she ran sideways about 20 meters and only made about 10. And now hands are starting to drop on the knees. Fasano works to get around one. Patini is all over it. He gets tossed into the sideline, and the crowd goes wild over that one. The Krewe now having to play some defense deep within the end at the 22.
Yeah, this is a time when the Life West has obviously a 5-point lead. They want to slow it down. There's no urgency for them to score, and I think a safer bet is to do just that. But look at this defense, right? Heads up play by the Krewe, but look at that, using the touch line as that 16th defender. That was a smart defensive play by Life West defense.
Ball gets stuck in the channel after a knock on from the Krewe. At line-out time, as we see fans roll in over the 3-day weekend. And they tune into this tight ball game. 3 minutes left to go in this D2 final. All the cheers of the crowd. So many supporters come out there. You see Lance overlooking the scrum and watches Life West give a heavy shove to the Krewe. And it's a long arm penalty.
Number 25. 4 minutes.
Ouija goes to boot, gets the line out. And this might be the final bit that they need. They're going to need to win this line out and then try and work through the phases for the next 2 minutes if they want to tie the ball game up and hope for a conversion.
5. Got 5.
Krewe lobs one over the top. It's a good line out. Being forced inside is Donegan. With a beautiful defensive effort from Gable. Forward setting a bit wide off of that channel. They continue to go. Only one supporter. Right on through. This is going to be some heavy stuff. Ball has to go to hand. It has to find a target. Has to find some speed. They've got to go forward. She gets tackled back. Fasano gets it. Uses that little bit of footwork there. Bergman gets met heavily by Life West. It gets taken to ground here. Throwing in body after body. Ball goes to ground but rolls backwards here. And the Krewe just getting tackled right back into the mouth of Life West. Phaedra, 30 seconds left to go. What do we think? Can the Krewe do it?
Man, I mean, they can, but they have their work cut out for them. And this Life West defense looks pretty sharp. They're coming up. They're staying disciplined for the time being on those defensive lines. They just need to maintain it.
Oh, and coming in and driving them about 10 meters backwards. Life West. And they're going to force them to continue to try and run out of this end and not really finding a lot of gaps as this defensive line is holding strong. But slow to roll out of there. Donegan's a bit unhappy, but it's just continuing to allow Life to build a hard defensive wall. They launch now, and again get the Krewe on the inside. There's a bit of isolation there. Hands are in, but she's called off, and that was near close. Regis got to go ahead and keep the ball in hand. The double tackle comes in. She hops back on her feet, gets through one, but didn't give a clear release for the ball. That's unfortunate. Oh, and just that little detail might have cost them a tap, and then they're going to go quickly. Does Marilainen. And Life West doesn't stop for nobody. They're going to continue to run out this clock here. Gotta wonder how much time is left. Honestly, a kick to the line might do it for them. Choosing to go ahead and carve up some of that. Simmons. And they're trying to flatten up and get some points. A knock on. And this, the Krewe need it. They knock it on and the turnover's good. And this gives them the ability to play some more rugby. They get it to Fasano. Fasano's close to that sideline, moves it back inside. Oh, Phaedra, I still don't know. I
don't know. I feel like Life West should have kicked it out. It looked like time had expired, but maybe we were playing on the ref's minutes.
Oh, it could cost them greatly here as now they start to move it to the hands. Jarrett gives it to Rahija. A nice flat pass to Bergerman, who keeps the feet going. Cuts back in on one. And a few of the Life West players have to come in and try and stop that contact. You can hear them say it on the sideline. This is it. This is the last bit to work hard for. This is the determination. If anybody's caught sleeping or flat-footed, it could determine who gets the hardware. Almost getting the hands in there as Lomu. She's called off. And Jarrett takes it to the line.
Come on, this is our fucking title!
Recycling. Casham has to keep it in hand. It's taken to ground here. And they just continue to reset now. Many phases.
Step.
We're well over 10. Rahija gives a kick to the boot. They've got to chase here. Because if one of those Life West players knows to kick it out, they are in some deep trouble. It could cost them. Bomar, though, gets close to the sideline. She's going to run it out. Continues to run it out. Gets around one. Nearly gets around another. Offloads it. And Life West really want to seal this deal here. 3 minutes in overtime. And I don't know if they want to stop.
Back up! Leave one! Back!
Life West move it to the side, and the ball might be the one to have to call this one here as there's so much back and forth. Satini, though, gives the dagger right to the Krewe. That was some gritty, hard work rugby for Life West, and they seal the deal. Those are going to be your D2 National Club champions.
Wow, I'm exhausted, but what a back and forth. What effort by this Tampa Krewe team to not give up and to take opportunities that they had given to them and try to make the best of it. But this is the team. This is the team that actually on the day, through adversity, through yellow card, through multiple penalties, they showed who they are and what they can do.
Referee calling for everybody to go ahead and celebrate and give some love back behind the kicker. I think referee is even way past the limit here. A lot of minutes gone, and that's quite a way to end the championship run. Kick goes up and it goes through. That's the perfect ending for your D2 national champions. Oh, Phaedra, it's a beautiful thing. A lot to celebrate here, but quite the effort from Life West.
Quite the effort, Darian. I mean, listen, they deserve every moment of this celebration and jubilee. They have played in the 24-hour turnaround time, not even, to come back today and to put together this sort of effort and performance. They deserve this championship. Hats off to them.
Hats off, and water bottles are also off here as the celebrating gets underway. The Tampa Crew there. But I mean, we've got to talk about the efforts of Tampa Crew. It was some impressive stuff that they did. I really would argue that they were probably one of the best teams to build so many phases.
Yeah, I've never seen such consistency in phase building. 20+ phases, maintaining, and even in moments when they were going backwards, they were still able to recycle, consolidate, and maintain possession. That is quite impressive. I think something they can build on going forward is just to get that ball out into the hands, start creating some opportunities on those outside spaces. But they certainly have a solid foundation to be a force coming back in this championship in the future.
Yeah, definitely an amazing showcase. I'm sure that USA Rugby has a lot to kind of unfold here. They've got a lot of people to choose from here. There were standout players that just were game changers here, kept us on the edge of our seats from start to finish. We've got another matchup coming at you for the D1 Club Championship with Life and the Utah Vipers. We'll go ahead and throw it down to Lance, though.
Yes. They also have a role, because even with the team of 3, as disciplined as we are, we can only do so much. Let's get that water for you.
To present the runner-up trophy, represented from USA Club Rugby, Philip.
Tampa Bay, I know it's not the result you wanted. You had an incredible season. We actually played Gulf Coast. Incredible, really, really amazing rugby. You're the 2026 Women's D2 National Champion runner-up.
Okay. Punch now. Yeah, it's a better way. Punch, please. Okay. No worries. And it didn't change the outcome of the game, so.
There was a player, I saw it, I repeated it, but it was loud at this point. They were moving on. Not the card, it is. Not the card, but a call.
Yeah, I can see.
That's me.
All right.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Great game.
Thank you. Congrats.
It was not anything that was on.
Was it their side of the field?
It was over here. Yeah. She was already on the ground. She reaches up and pulls hair. I don't think it was even egregious enough that the players, nobody was yelling.
Okay.
And to present the championship trophy to Life West, David McPhail.
I think that's a great area. Appreciate that. It depends on how severe it is.
Life West, how you feeling? I thought so. It was kind of tense there for a little while. Great finish, great fight. Congratulations, Women's National D2 Club Rugby Champions. How's that feel? We have one more. Hold on. We're not done. Also, we have the MVP for the match.
Okay.
Up top.
We are here with the MVP.
One more time.
We are We're here with the MVP. I want to make sure I get your name right. It's Pata? Sit.
Tapaita Satini.
Tapaita Satini. Listen, you played phenomenally, and I'm hearing you're only 1 year out of high school. You're now the MVP of the D2 championship. How's it feel to get this championship with these ladies?
I'm happy. Eat it! Blessed, honored to play with the girls. Came a long way down here, and
yeah. Hey, congratulations! Enjoy your championship. And taking the D2 Club National Championship, Life West. Congratulations. We're gonna kick it back up top to you all.
And that's a way to finish out. Satini is going to be your MVP, the one who's fresh out of high school. We've got a lot of young and old talent. Well, we shouldn't even call it old talent. Let's call it vintage. Coming up next with our D1 Club Championship matchup, Life Women take on the Utah Vipers. We'll take a final look there at your D2 National Club Champions, Life West.